Miss Leigh, how many times have you seen Gone with the Wind?
4 times.
And what do you think of it yourself?
Well, I think it's an exciting picture and beautifully made. It seems to me that technically things haven't really altered as much as one thought they might have.
Do you personally regret that for the majority of people perhaps you'll be remembered as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind rather than in other things?
I don't know that I shall be.
What would you like us to remember you for then?
I think as a actress with more variety than just having played one part, which is true.
What would you say are the disadvantages of being an extremely beautiful woman?
What awkward questions you ask. I don't, depends who thinks I am. I don't think I am.
But you must have realized very early in life that you were.
No, I didn't.
And don't you think you are?
No.
Well, I can assure you, and here's why.
Well, you're very kind. Thank you very much.
Have you any, as a great actress, any pet hates?
No, I don't think I have.
Nothing you dislike that, I mean, when I say that to you now, that you can think of that you dislike more than...
I don't like cocktail parties. I dislike them very much.
And what about likes? What are the things you like doing most?
Oh, I like doing a great many things. I love living in the country. I love gardening. I love reading. I love riding. I like painting. I love looking at painting. I like listening to music. I like my work, really above all, I suppose. And I like being with my friends.
When it comes to a choice between theatre and films for you, which have you really enjoyed most, do you think?
Well, the theatre was always my first love, but I like to do the two. I do far fewer films than I do the theatre, because there are very few scripts that I've liked. But I do like to do them both. I find them both, theatre I find fascinating, and if I'm working with a director who's really interesting in the films, I love doing those.
But wouldn't you say that films certainly give you more money, don't they? Or is that not the only consideration?
Yes, I'm not sure in the very long run they probably do, because there's such a thing as income tax, which I suppose you know about too.
Yes, indeed. What about the modern theatre? Theatre in the raw, the kitchen sink drama, as some people call it.
Well, my favourite play in the last 4 or 5 years has been a play called Caretaker. I think it's usually put into the category of kitchen sink drama, but it's, I think, a marvellously interesting and poetic play by a young man called Pinter. I don't think you've seen it here yet. Oh, there are kitchen sink plays and kitchen sink plays. Some are good and some are very poor. And it's like any other play.
And the new developments in acting and method and things like that, do you hold with them yourself?
I don't think there is a new development. Stanislavski was the one who really wrote about the method and taught the method. And what is so-called the method now is just an outcrop of that. I don't think it's particularly new.
But what do you feel as an actress who's known as a great actress? What do you feel about it? Doesn't it even out the performance? Doesn't it prohibit the star more or less?
What do you mean?
Method actor.
I don't think so at all. Marlon Brando is I suppose, the method actor, and I would call him a star, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would.
Don't think it prohibits. You can never prohibit stars.
When you look back, is there any one piece of theatre or film that you've enjoyed, you think, more than others?
I enjoyed making the film of Streetcar Named Desire, I think particularly because I'd had the opportunity of playing it for 9 months in the theatre, and therefore I'd had ample opportunity of studying it very, very thoroughly. Moreover, I loved everybody I was working with, and I enjoyed that, but I've really been very lucky because I've enjoyed almost every bit of work. I don't mean to say that I've been satisfied with what I've done, but I've always found it interesting.
What kind of impact, you must have asked yourself this at times, what kind of impact do you feel that you make on your audience?
All I want to do is to interest them, maybe teach them something through the author, because I think the only thing that an actress should do is to try and interpret what the author has said as truthfully, and with her heart and her mind as truthful as she possibly can.
But Vivien Leigh means things to many people. Now, what would you say you feel that people
But an actress
see
plays a great many parts, and so I try to play what the author has written. I don't play myself, so I don't know quite what your question means. But I try to do the part.
You feel there's no one thing about the way you look or the way you speak or the way you
that
act?
I think everybody feels perfectly differently about, just as I do when I see an act. I suppose I feel differently the way you would.
What's been the biggest disappointment in your career on the stage and in the theatre and film?
Well, I remember years ago I wanted very much to play Rebecca immediately after Gone with the Wind, because I felt that it was a completely different sort of part. And I think not playing that, I remember being extremely disappointed about that.
Anything in life that you feel that you failed to do that you might have done, generally?
Oh, so many. We can't possibly go into it on this session.
Well, try us with a couple. Any one thing you can think of as a...
Not that I'd care to mention now.
Well, you've had time to have a pretty good look at us all out here. You've been here twice now, haven't you?
Yes.
What do you find here most enjoyable in Australia?
I love the country, which is why I came back. In fact, when this whole tour was proposed, both Robert Helpman, who directed all 3 plays and who's my great, great friend, and I both said we would like it to start in Australia. I because I wanted to visit again, and he because it's his home. And, I find the country so beautiful. I'm not at all surprised there are so many wonderful Australian painters, because it's such a paintable place, every state being totally different. I haven't really got a favorite. I find each state quite different and very remarkable. It's unlike any other country I've ever seen.
And what do you dislike about it most?
I haven't disliked anything.
Nothing at all?
No. No, I don't dislike anything about it. I can't think of anything.
Well, thank you very much anyway, and it's very nice to see you back here again.
Thank you.